I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. You a badass bitch, a badass bitch. That don't get swallowed in that fat ass bitch. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. You a badass bitch, a badass bitch. That don't get swallowed in that fat ass bitch. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do.
What's happening, party people? The one and only is here. The champ is here. Welcome, Nikki Nails. How you doing? It's good to see you living life. As far as the internet is concerned, it's always good to see you in person. Welcome.
I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. You a badass.
Alright, we gonna get started.
I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me
I got an interesting show for you guys tonight.
Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM
jam. Quite interesting.
Tell me what you wanna do. You a badass.
I can't say whether it's good or bad.
Get swallowed in that fat ass bitch. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. They shooting in the parking lot, everybody get low. They shooting in the parking lot, they ain't where you wanna go. Now stand by soldier.
Sharing on the Facebooks in a minute.
Like I told you, stand by soldier, stand by soldier. Let the work your motherfucking ass like I told you.
Shout out to Marvelous Marv. Welcome. Let me get the sharing on the Facebooks real quick.
I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. You a badass bitch, a badass bitch. That don't get swallowed in that fat ass bitch. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me
shout
what
out
you
to Steph
do.
Savage.
Welcome.
Shout out to Angelo Johnson, Monique Antoine, Sexy Black. Welcome.
Bitch, I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do.
Lil Baby, Brenda, Miss Kit Kat. Welcome. User 931. Welcome. How y'all doing? Tap the screen, guys. Tap the screen. Welcome, Daryl. All right, let's begin. Let's get into the topic at hand. First of all, welcome Arthur Dooley. Welcome Dearest McKinnon. Welcome She. Let's get started. I want to thank everyone, each and every last one of you, for tuning into this multi-million dollar stream. I'm your host, Kev Prosper, the owner and founder of Prosperity U LLC. Prosperity U LLC is creating a society of wealth, positivity, and inspiration. You are tuned into Love and Money, the podcast of Prosperity U LLC. Thank you for contributing to the Cash App above, $ Prosperity U LLC. Screenshot this. Go to your photo app, zoom, tap, and hold, and it will take you to the Cash App at $ Prosperity U LLC. And then visit this website below at prosperunlimited.com. Allow that website to change your life. I guarantee it, because it changed mine. Yes. And thank you for liking, subscribing, following, and sharing. But most importantly, thank you for sharing, because sharing is caring. That's right. And if you like the show, give a gift. Or just give a like. The likes are free. And remember, we do this every Saturday and Sunday. We do this every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And last but not least, don't forget to invest in the brand Prosperity U LLC. All right. So, let's talk about it. Hold on. Let me get my... Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's get into it, y'all. Can we get into it? So, if for those of you who don't know, may not know, there was an incident. I don't know how long ago did this happen. Let's see. Let me do my Googles. There was an incident not too long ago, maybe a week ago, a couple weeks ago, where this woman in Detroit. The gist of what I got. So let me see. The homeless mother and her 4 children sleeping in the van in the casino. In a casino parking lot. So I didn't know they had casinos in Detroit. So let me see. Let me pull it up. I just want to be a little more exact. A Detroit mother reached out to the city's homeless response team at least 3 times. The most recent in November. So when was this article? This was published on February 11th, and today is the 24th. In the course of that November conversation, there was no resolution reached on where they would go. So the most recent in November, nearly 3 months before, 2 of her children appeared to have frozen to death on Monday while they slept in a van in a downtown casino parking structure. Just a few moments, blah, blah, blah. For whatever reason, this wasn't deemed an emergency. So it seemed like somebody in a municipal authority kind of fumbled this one, kind of overlooked it, and didn't take it seriously. Detroit Board of Police Commissioner. The 9-year-old who died was the mother's oldest child. Ugh. You see, when I start digging, that's when it hurts more. They're a family that's trying. Smith said they weren't expecting a tragedy like this. Okay, of course not. Who does? The grandmother works at a Popeyes location, and the mother was scheduled to start an auto. Okay, whatever. It's a tragedy. No parent. Hardship. The mother, her 4 children, their grandmother, and the grandmother's child were living in the van. According to Detroit police, they were evicted from an apartment Then lived with the family until November, when the mother called the city's homeless response team. Police said the mother pulled a van into the Hollywood casino at 1 a.m., drove up to the 9th floor and parked. I want to be sensitive, but I'm like, I mean, you know, Detroit is pretty cold. You know what I'm saying? Detroit is like cold. Detroit. I've never been to Detroit. I don't want to go to Detroit. You know what I'm saying? But from what I understand, like the Detroit cold is worse than, you know what I'm saying, New York City. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's not a, but to go up to the 9th floor, I mean, if it's cold like that, you would probably want to stay on the lowest floor possible, but I guess they wanted to be safe and secluded sort of, and have some, I guess it was kind of like, okay, the car stopped running in the middle of the night due to some sort of mechanical error, so the mother called a family friend to come help. Interim police Chief Todd, the family friend was there when shortly after noon on Monday, the mother noticed one of her children, a 9-year-old boy, was not breathing and called the police. The family friend took the child to the hospital, but then police said the children's grandmother reported that another child, a 2-year-old, was also not breathing. The friend returned to the parking structure to take the girl to the hospital. Both children died. Cause of death hasn't yet confirmed. Yeah. So from what I gathered, she wasn't there. She wasn't there. And but the only reason she wasn't there is because she took one child to get help to the hospital while she was away, the other child died. I mean, and then if anybody can recall, there was the situation of the father. So now like this leaves open room for like questioning or whatever. Detroit woman, let's see. And then so the father, so this is what like kind of like
right now we're going to turn to our other.
Hold on, let me I hope I don't get copywritten. Let me see. Let me blow it up. Let me see if I can skip through this. Look at this woman's crocodile tears. Here go the crocodile tears. Hold on.
Yesterday, 7 News Detroit reporter Darren Cunningham spoke to the mother.
Look at the crocodile tears
about the tragic situation.
Look at the crocodile.
Yesterday, I woke them up to wake them up from school. My son. Now
remember, one of my favorite YouTubers, Six the Goddess. Shout outs to her. She said real tears. When you cry real tears, you go like this. You don't go like this. You're not like this. When you cry real tears, like, that's key. That was key to me. I was like, oh, okay. I pick up on that. I pick up on game. She was like, if you like this, it's not real tears.
I wasn't moving, and I kept saying, "Fetty, please get up, please."
Word.
Well, tonight, Darren is getting the father's side of this story, hearing about the moment he learned 2 of his children had passed away.
Darnell Curry Sr. wiped away tears while talking with me about his children, Darnell Jr. and Amelia,
They're trying
and
so
the
hard.
distressing phone call he says he took from their mother, Tatiana Williams, on Monday.
I went to the gym. As soon as I got on the treadmill, she called saying, can I make it to the hospital right now? They gone. I was hoping it was a sick joke, but it wasn't.
According to Detroit.
And like, you see what I'm saying? Like, all right, where do I begin? The reason first of all, the reason I'm touching on this topic tonight is because one thing I noticed over the years, with you know, the whole black men and black women feuding and debating online and going back and forth at each other. One thing I notice a lot is how one thing I notice a lot is how, whatchamacallit, the black women tend to conveniently ignore and sweep under the rug issues that where other they ignore and sweep under the rug their L's. When a black woman in media, in the social spotlight, in the news, takes a L, they conveniently ignore it and sweep it under the rug. They don't address it. They don't, they don't call it out. They don't, you know what I'm saying, pinpoint it to nothing. They don't. It's just like they act like it never happened. It's sort of like when a black woman shows her ass or gets in her feelings and makes a scene about something, or starts a fight with you, you know what I'm saying? And then they try to let a little time go by and a little bit of time wane, and then they come back around like, "Hey, how you doing?" You know what I'm saying? And you're like, "Okay, we supposed to act like nothing happened?" You know what I'm saying? People have their explanations for it. They say, oh, it's the sisterhood. It's the sisterhood looking out for one another, staying on code. You know what I mean? But fuck that. Fuck that. I don't care. Like, fuck your code. I don't care. We're not here for no code. Fuck your code. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is a problem. These shits is problems. It needs to be addressed. And we're not gonna act like we just not gonna do that. At least not on my platform. You know what I'm saying? If you can celebrate your wins, if you don't fight for the glory if you can't handle the shame. If you can celebrate your wins, you can take your losses. You know what I'm saying? It ain't you ain't always on top. You're not always up. You're not always balling. You're not always, you know what I'm saying? Always. No, it's not. Come on. You're not fooling anybody. You know what I mean? And acting like things like this don't exist, acting like nothing happened, sweeping it under the rug, and conveniently ignoring it. Nah, we're not doing that. Nah. It's a wrap for that. Now, as far as now, there's two sides to every coin. You know what I'm saying? Is the father, 100% innocent? Fuck no. You know what I'm saying? No. You got multiple kids with this woman. One thing I've, from my own personal experience, and one thing I've seen and picked up on in life is that, and once again, firsthand, that you gotta love a woman that have multiple kids with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't just have more than one child with the same woman and not feel some kind of way about her. Now, yeah, you got guys, who will just throw their seed everywhere, and then they'll just, they'll nut in whoever and irresponsibly and have kids with whoever. You know what I'm saying? Those guys are, the worst parts of society. You know what I mean? Yeah. Not to be too judgmental, but it is what it is. Those guys are who they are. You know what I'm saying? Pieces of whatever. But most guys, the average guy isn't going to have kids with just anybody. You know what I mean? And for you to have your first child and then the next child, you know what I'm saying? It's quite clear you have feelings. You know what I'm saying? You gotta esteem or regard that woman in some sort of way. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it a bean. Even if you don't love her, you still feel some kind of way for her. For you to like, you know what I'm saying, bury your nut in her multiple times like that. Like, yeah, come on, son. And you knew she's fertile? Like, come on, son. Like, come on, get out of here. You know what I mean? So yeah. And, now I'm pretty sure to save face, they're going to keep the affairs of their relationship as personal as possible. You know what I'm saying? Especially, and more so in her best interest, because she's trying to play the victim this entire situation. You know what I'm saying? She neglected her children. She really belongs in jail if you want to keep it a bean. You know what I mean? But she's gonna play the victim. She's gonna play innocent and play cute and cry her little crocodile tears. You know what I'm saying? But typically, if you have multiple kids with a woman, with the same woman, you feel some way about that woman. And if you feel some way about that woman, more than likely you probably feel some way about those kids. You know what I mean? Now, from what I gathered, he hasn't seen the kids in months or so. You know what I mean? He hasn't necessarily seen the kids in months prior to them passing. But yeah, it's so much to it. But yeah, from the way I see it, I wouldn't say he was completely a deadbeat. I mean, he's saying that, oh, she told me she I'm pretty sure she was parentally alienating him. You know what I'm saying? I can say that with confidence that she was parentally alienating him. You know what I mean? But for him to be like, oh, you know, but for him to you go months without seeing your kids and then they're homeless, I don't think, and then you got multiple kids with the same woman, I'm pretty sure she left them in the dark. Because that's happened to me too. I can say that from firsthand. It's happened to me as well. Whereas she's willing to struggle and live in squalor and move around with the kids unbeknownst and make moves with the kids unbeknownst to you just to spite you. You know what I'm saying? And keeping you in the dark. Only thing that leaves me puzzled or up in the air is just his reaction to it. You know what I'm saying? From what I'm gathering, now here's another. Hold on, let me get to it. From what I'm gathering, let me see. Let me check on the Instagrams. Shout out to K Nicole on Instagram. From what I'm gathering, it seems like both of these parents are relieved. You know what I'm saying? Even though yes, I do believe that he had some sort of feelings for that woman to have multiple kids with her, and yes, I do believe that she parentally alienated him, you know, to spite him. You know what I'm saying? I do believe to some degree the both of them are relieved, and now I know for a fact she's relieved, and I'm gonna show you why. Check this out. Let's take a look. Just sit back and look. This is the same. Does this look like remorse? Does this look like bereavement and grieving? You know what I'm saying? We can solidify and you know, for a fact. This is days after the incident. This is her on live days after the incident. With her hair did and new clothes, white bitch, white. You know what I'm saying? Shaking that thing, throwing that ass in a circle. You know what I mean? So I think it's safe to say she's relieved that those kids have passed away. You know what I mean? Now, what I really wanted to get into was, you know, and this is why I'm calling this out, and I'm calling out black women for conveniently ignoring things like this. You know what I'm saying? Because this episode, this is not a pretty episode. I'm just gonna keep it a bean with you. I'm just gonna keep it a stack. I'm not here to be pretty. I'm not here to be friendly. I don't care how many views I get or any of that. I do not care. We're not here for that. Nope. We're gonna keep it a stack on this episode right here because I'm tired of this. I'm tired of things like this getting swept under the rug. I'm tired of this things like this being conveniently ignored. But I want to define deadbeat mothers tonight. I want to define deadbeat mothers. There's plenty of people addressing this and calling it out, addressing things like women like this and calling them out. And I just want to just throw my hat. You know what I'm saying? I want to throw my hand on the table. I want to throw my hat in the ring. You know what I'm saying? And just drop my 2 cents. You know what I mean? Because it's not called out enough. It's not called enough. How do we define deadbeat mothers? Well, first of all, we got to look at the legal system. You know what I mean? The legal system and the government. We have a legal system that incentivizes, maybe not necessarily intentionally. It doesn't, maybe not intentionally incentivizes, but it does nonetheless. Circumstantially, it incentivizes women to it incentivizes women to get divorced because it's all profitable. It's lucrative. It's a lucrative industry. I was talking before I go in. I was having a conversation with my son. I was having a conversation with my oldest son, and I was telling him that I was telling him that a criminal, you could murder somebody, right? How much money would the county or the city make off of you for murdering someone? They're gonna lock you up. They gotta pay the cop to lock you up. They gotta pay the CO to watch you. Then they gotta give you food, clothing, and shelter, 3 hots and a cot, right? How much is that gonna? How much money or government grants or whatever? How much money is the city or the county gonna make behind that, or the state gonna make behind that? Right? Okay, it can make a substantial amount over the course of your jail sentence, right? Whatever. Okay, you could do the math, right? Now let's say you are a multimillionaire and you're going through a divorce. How much money could the county, city, or state make off of your divorce as opposed to you committing a murder? It's fucked up. They make more money. They make more money off of divorce settlements than they do off of criminals. This is how people can commit murders and rapes and get out earlier than people on child support. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, son. Like this is terrible. This is our legal system. This is our legal system. So you have a legal system that incentivizes women for divorce. It incentivizes women to become single mothers. It incentivizes single motherhood. I'm pretty sure. Ask any teenage girl, pre-18, any teenage girl from 15 to 18. I'm pretty sure she's well aware because more than likely, especially if you talk about in the black community and low income areas of the low income sector of the black community, she knows full well that if she lays on her back and lets a male species dump off in her, you know what I'm saying, she can get free room and board, free food. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, yeah, just free room and board and free food for as long as the system will allow. She knows that up front. You could ask a 15, 16, 17 to 18-year-old black girl, what if you were to get pregnant right now, what would happen? What would be allotted to you? She's probably well aware. Especially if she's from the hood, especially if she's poor. So we have so let's reiterate. We have a government and a legal system that incentivizes divorce and incentivizes single motherhood, right? And so how do you define a deadbeat mom? Right? I'm going in. This is not a pretty episode. I don't care about views and likes and popularity at all. I don't care. We're gonna go in and we're gonna get dirty and nasty. How do you define a deadbeat mom? Okay, well first let's flip the coin. How do you define a deadbeat dad? Okay, neglectful, non-participative, non-involved, non-present. Right? Okay, that's a deadbeat dad. Clear cut, concise. We got that out the way. We broke that down so it can forever and consistently be broke. But what is a deadbeat? Okay, so now let's flip the coin back. What is a deadbeat mom? You know what I'm saying? Is a deadbeat mom non-present? Well, she's custodial, so how can she be not be present? Can you be custodial and be neglectful? Yes. Okay. So that's one check. You can be a custodial parent and neglectful. That's one check towards a deadbeat mom. I would say one of the biggest indicators or markers of a deadbeat mom is parental alienation, meaning spitefully keeping the children away from the father. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I'm gonna air this out. I don't care who sees this. We're gonna air it out because there's enough of y'all conveniently ignoring this and sweeping this under the rug and sweeping it under the table. We're gonna talk about this. The parental alienation. So you would think, okay, well, she's the custodial parent, right? So that means she has custody. The children live with her. So how is she a deadbeat? She can't be not present, right? Even though she can be neglectful, but she can't be not present. She can't be not participative and involved, because if anything goes on at the school is going to call her. She's the custodial parent. If anything happens to the child with the authorities will call her, right? But the parental alienation aspect, remember, like I said, the legal system incentivizes divorce and single motherhood, right? So now if divorce and single motherhood are incentivized in America, what would make a woman intentionally want the father involved in the child's life, especially if she's not with him? You know what I'm saying? Other than the fact that she wants a healthy balance of masculine and feminine energy in the child's life, right? Other than that, if she's at odds with the father, more than likely she's at odds with him if she's not with him, right? It's very rare, especially amongst black women, as cantankerous as many of them are, and what's the word? Something skills. Resolution skills, conflict resolution skills. Yes, especially as lacking conflict resolution skills that most black women have. You know what I'm saying? Or black women from traumatic, impoverished environments have, per se, right? Why would she want to provide a healthy, balanced environment for her child if she's not healthy and balanced herself? If she lacks conflict resolution skills herself, if she's narcissistic and likes to escalate drama herself, you know what I'm saying? Why would she be cooperative and participative with the child's father? You know what I'm saying? So if she and especially being with the backing of a legal system that incentivizes her single motherhood. You see what I'm saying? So let's check off the boxes to a deadbeat mom. So we have incentivized single motherhood, parental alienation of the father. Like, I don't think I need to go any deeper right there. Like I think that sums it up. Okay. With the incentivized single motherhood. So like in this particular situation, like, I think like you got to think, okay, what would make who, first of all, no one wants to be homeless, right? No one wants to be homeless. What would make you want to go homeless in spite of, you know what I'm saying, working it out with your child, with your child's father? If not the child's father, at least some man that you're with. You know what I'm saying? Or just working like what would make you want to risk going homeless in the winter of Detroit with 4 kids in a van? Like, so you hate your child. First of all, it sounds ridiculous, like, to hate someone that you had kids with. Why would you hate someone you hate your baby daddy? How would you hate someone you had kids with? You see, that in and of itself, that should be a check mark for a deadbeat mom, right? But you're willing to go homeless in the winter of Detroit just to alienate your child's father. Come on, son. Like how much worser can it get? Like you're that spiteful. You're that and then but then again, she's also from some of the opinions I've heard where it seems like she may have been ashamed or embarrassed to tell the father how much she's struggling. Now, you know the old saying, cut off the Sphinx's nose to spite his face, right? A lot of these types of black women, I wouldn't say cut off their nose, but they cut off their bridge. They burn their bridges in spite of having, to spite themselves. They burn bridges. They burn a lot of bridges. I don't know any cute way to phrase it, but they burn bridges pretty much. And I mean, look at this woman. Does she look like a woman who is friendly? Maybe she might be friendly for the right price. Like, you know what I'm saying? She might be friendly for $40. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, son. But does she seem like, you know what I'm saying, stereotypically, does she seem like someone who you could get along with, someone who's cooperative, someone who, you know what I'm saying, like stereotypically, let's be real, does she seem like that type of person? You know what I mean? So if she's parentally alienating her children's, it's plural, her children's father, you know what I mean, and pretty much trying to go to war with him, you know what I mean? Like, why would, if she winds up homeless, why would she tuck her at that point? Do you think she would really, as narcissistic as she may be, do you really think she was gonna tuck her tail and knock on his door and be like, "Yo, I'm homeless, come get them"? You know what I'm saying? Here, take them. Is she really gonna leave those kids at his doorstep? You know what I'm saying? And just say, listen, you know what I'm saying, I gotta work this out. Let me work it out. I don't want them to suffer. Like, this is the winter of Detroit. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? At least let them have a chance. I don't care where they sleep as long as they're not sleeping outside. Like, come on, like something. You know what I'm saying? Like, but nah. She's too proud to do that. And now she's on the news crying her crocodile tears. And then grieving, quote unquote. You know what I mean? So in a government and legal system that, oh, she found it. Okay. In a government or legal system that incentivizes divorce and single motherhood, what is a deadbeat mom? One, parental alienation. Two, parental alienation of the father. Two, neglectfulness, of course. And then we're not even touching on that other situation where the mother left her kids, and this was also in Detroit. Like, what's going on in Detroit? Like, damn. The mother also, she left her kids for 4 years since COVID. She left her kids in squalor since COVID. Somebody just sent me. Okay, yeah. Let me pull it up. Let me see if I can find it. She left her kids in squalor for 4 years straight since COVID. And somebody was telling me about, like, the mess that these kids was living in. And, like, I could only imagine, like, hold on, Detroit. woman leaves kids for 4 years. And she went to, from what I gathered, Pontiac. Yeah, that's in Detroit. That's in Michigan. Abandoning her children, she's in jail. Good for her. Good job. Great. Yes. Wonderful. A probable cause. Oh, wait a minute. I was gonna look up the images. I wanted to see what the house looked like. Hold on, let me see. So is this the only image? Is this the best image? Let me see what else. Oh my goodness. And this is how the kids, hold on. Let me switch up. Is this, wait, which one is it? Let me switch it up. This is not a pretty episode tonight. We not discussing we discussing current events, but we not trying to be cute. We not trying to be none of that. Hold on, let me fix it. So yeah, this woman leaves her kids for 4 years after COVID to go follow a friend and help her get her BBL fixed or whatever. And this is how she had her kids, the kids that she bore for 9 months. You know how women always brag and beat their chest? I brought you in this world, I could take you out. I carried you in my belly for 9 months. You know what I'm saying? Rah. You know what I'm saying? And this is how this is her pride and joy. So yeah, willing to let another check mark. Willing to let the kids struggle. Willing to struggle and bring the kids with her into her struggle. Just to spite the father. Just to spite the father. Refuse it when she could just work it out with him. That's another check mark. Willing to struggle. You know what I'm saying? Keeping the father in the dark. Unbeknownst to him, leaving him clueless, the last to know. That's another check mark on the definition of a deadbeat mom. We defining deadbeat mothers tonight. This is 4 years, man. God damn. 4 years. And that's the tip of the iceberg, bro. That's the tip of the iceberg. Using the children as pawns. And ploys and schemes. I've seen kids left. Hold on, let me see this. I've seen women bring their children to court to get sympathy from the judge. Take their children out of school and bring them to court to get sympathy from the judge. I've seen this firsthand. Let me see this. It's just a sheriff talking. Okay. I'm gonna tell him I found it. Yeah. Using the kids as tools. So yeah. So we're gonna sum it up. Neglectfulness, of course. Neglectful. Oh, and then of course, abusing the children and abusing the children to spite the father. That's another one. Or like giving preferential treatment especially if there's multiple fathers, and giving preferential treatment. You know what I mean? We need to define deadbeat mothers. We need to define deadbeat mothers in America. We need to define deadbeat mothers. You know what I mean? Because what like yo, the way I feel, and I know feelings aren't admissible in court, but the way I feel, This woman should be in jail just for this right here. Just for this right here. Your 2 kids are dead and you're relieved. You're literally relieved. That, like, how fucked up is that? How fucked up is that? And I do feel like low key the father is relieved too. A 2-year-old and a 9-year-old, yeah, the father is relieved too. You know what I'm saying? Like he probably had just started making child support payments. And if she's homeless, if she's homeless, yeah, whatever child support he was paying wasn't a whole lot. You know what I mean? And yeah. But as a man, you got multiple kids with the same woman. You felt something for that woman, and I know you felt something for them kids. I know when he goes to bed at night, you know what I'm saying? He probably whatever it takes to get his mind off of it, he probably loses sleep. He probably be in deep thought, and then he start thinking about them kids, and he start punching air. You know what I mean? Meanwhile. So yeah, to sum it up, what defines a deadbeat mom in a legal and government system that incentivizes divorce and single motherhood? Neglect, abuse, spitefulness, parental alienation, and the utility of the children, using the kids as tools. That should sum it up right there. You know what I'm saying? Put that on your refrigerator. Put that on your lunchbox. You know what I'm saying? Like make that a staple in your glossary. You feel me? Like is put it on top right there. We have just defined deadbeat moms in America. Congratulations. So yes, I'm gonna leave this up. I'm gonna show you what a grieving mother looks like. You know what I'm saying? This is what a supposed grieving mother looks like. And we have succeeded in defining deadbeat moms in America. And so I want to thank each and every last one of you for tuning into this multi-million dollar stream. I'm your host, Kev Prosper, the owner and founder of Prosperity ULLC. You are tuned into Love and Money, the podcast of Prosperity ULLC. Prosperity ULLC is creating a society of wealth, positivity, and inspiration. Yes, you guys, thank you for contributing to the Cash App above, $ Prosperity ULLC. If you screenshot this, zoom, tap, and hold, it will take you, in your photo app, it will take you to the Cash App at $ Prosperity ULLC. And thank you. And after you do that, after you go to that Cash App and give it everything you got, visit the website below at prosperunlimited.com. Prosperunlimited.com. Allow that website to change your life. I guarantee it, because it changed mine. Yes, and a thank you for liking, subscribing, following, and sharing. But most importantly, thank you for sharing, because sharing is caring. That's right, boys and girls, and if you like the show, give a gift or just give a like. The likes are free. The likes are free. And remember, we do this every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And last but not least, do not forget to invest in the brand Prosperity ULLC. I will see you guys next Monday. And yeah, we'll have a blast. We'll excavate these stories and break them down so they can forever and consistently be broke. And yeah, we're gonna have a great time talking about uncomfortable topics. All right, you guys be there and be square. All right, see you guys next week. Bye.
Be sure to shop Amazon with Prosperity ULLC. Link in the description.
These are all of my books. My very first book, Leave the Fairy Tales Up to Disney, The Reality of Dating. Haunted Truths, a romance murder mystery set in the heart of Brooklyn during during the 1980s, during the height of the crack era. Switch, my romantic comedy. My trilogy, Spirit of the Machine, 1, 2, and 3, sci-fi action thriller. My poem anthology, Red Garden. That is System of the Sun. That's my book on organizational skills. Don't wait till I get rich to buy that book. New Shoes. That's my book on self-esteem, on how to love yourself. Ratchetology. Yes, I'm the ratchetologist. Take my advice. Visit prosperunlimited.com and click travel to book your next vacation.
Do that freaky jam on the beat. Busy with that butter shit, that bone feed. Did you double do that song sing. Flicky with some butter, so that phone too. If you cheeky cheddar check, I get her own cheese. And so chicken with that head, or this bitch that won't be with the official with that whole sleeve. Let me see you had to wish that with that long.
I got racks at ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks at ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. You a badass bitch. If I don't get swallowed in that fat ass bitch, I got racks at ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got.
Be sure to shop